Your problem is never knowing when to shut up, but I'm gonna help you with that. Ready? You see this look on my face? This will always mean it's time to shut up.
But
In 2021, streaming giant Netflix dropped some of the year's most binge-worthy series. And while some streaming services still rely on the old appointment viewing model and release episodes week to week, we love Netflix's full season drop so we can binge to our heart's content.
This is the front man speaking. Preparations for the first game are complete. You can begin now.
Honestly, there is so much content out there, it's hard to keep up, but Netflix was full of surprises this year, from the resounding success of Squid Game to the masterfully crafted Midnight Mass. So join us as we look back on the streamer's most popular shows this year, as determined by Rotten Tomatoes visitors, and count down the best Netflix shows of 2021. Number 10, Sex Education, Season 3. Socially awkward high school student Otis may not have much experience in the lovemaking department, but he gets good guidance on the topic in his personal sex ed course, Living with Mom Jean, who is a sex therapist. Being surrounded by manuals, videos, and tediously open conversations about sex, Otis has become a reluctant expert on the subject. When his classmates learn about his home life, Otis decides to use his insider knowledge to improve his status at school. So he teams up with whip-smart bad girl Maeve to set up an underground sex therapy clinic to deal with their classmates' problems. But through his analysis of teenage sexuality, Otis realizes that he may need some therapy of his own. Starring Asa Butterfield, Gillian Anderson, Emma Mackey, and created by Laurie Nunn. Critics say, with a seemingly endless desire to dive deeper into its characters, paired perfectly with its talented ensemble, Sex Education's third season is a masterclass in brutally honest, brilliantly heartfelt comedy.
Oh, that's nice.
It's not, but thank you. Dad?
I'm stuck!
Dad? What are you doing?
I dropped the biscuit. My balance is
can I help?
You know it is.
Sorry, mate.
Where's Mum?
Can't waste a hobnob. Oh, your mum got called in for a cover shift at the hospital.
Well, why didn't you call me? I could have come back.
I didn't want to ruin your date. Speaking of, do I finally get to meet the famous Otis?
Otis, my dad. Roland, Dad, Otis.
Hello.
Oh, hi. It's nice to meet you.
Okay, you've met now, so thanks for helping. Off you go.
Go. But he just got here. Otis, stay for a bit. Let's hang.
No, Dad. Please don't say hang.
Don't worry, I'll put on my dressing gown. How about that?
That sounds great.
That'll be my weed dealer.
Number 9, Lupon. A retelling of the classic French story about Arsène Lupin, the world-famous gentleman thief and master of disguise. Starring Omar Sy, Ludovine Sagnier, Clotilde M, and created by George Kay and Francois Ozon. Critics say Omar Sy effortlessly hits every mark in Lupin, an engrossing espionage thriller that lives up to its source material and then some.
Ça y est. Les surveillants viennent de changer.
Et les autres détenus?
Ça fait une semaine que t'es en quarantaine avec les nouveaux arrivants. Mais ce soir, tu vas en cellule. Et en prison, personne ne te connaît.
Oui, mais t'oublierais pas un détail, non?
Oh, les menottes.
Oh, les menottes.
Je suis vraiment con. Comment j'ai fait pour pas penser à ça? Tu connais le coup des menottes?
Le coup des quoi?
Bah maintenant tu connais. Surveillant! On a fini! Et je sais pourquoi t'es là. Si tu trafiques, même un joint, je te retrouve. Je t'ai fait sortir. Je peux te faire revenir.
Number 8, The Sinner Season 4. Detective Harry Ambrose investigates a chilling new homicide each season. He employs some unusual tactics and a deep capacity for empathy to solve his cases. His boundless dedication is driven by his dark past, leading him into powerful and often dangerously intimate bonds with his suspects. The Sinner is a blend of a thrilling murder investigation and raw character drama, creating an electrifying ride with standout performances. The series was originally adapted from the novel of the same name by Petra Hamsfar. However, the book's darker outlook was toned down, and the location was shifted from Germany to upstate New York. Starring Bill Pullman, Jessica Hecht, Frances Fisher, and developed by Derek Simons. Matt Roche of TV Insider says, "The Sinner is played with brooding subtlety, and an inscrutable squint by Pullman, Harry's psyche is often as disturbing as the mysteries he solves in this unsettling series."
So you're fully retired now?
Yeah, it's over a year. I guess it was time.
Well, it sounds like you deserve it. I mean, the stuff that Sonia told me, I still can't believe what you both went through with that psychopath. What was his name again?
Jamie Burns.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's okay. That's okay. It's just been a bit of a process.
Yeah.
That's why we needed a change of scenery.
So tell me, what's this about you giving up on the male nudes? That cannot be for real.
I guess, yeah. After everything with Jamie, it just didn't feel right anymore. I want to paint light now, the sky.
You know, I think I'm going to leave you two to catch up, and I'm going to take a stroll.
Oh, okay.
Number 7, Cowboy Bebop. A ragtag crew of bounty hunters chases down the galaxy's most dangerous criminals, and they'll save the world for the right price. Starring John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, Daniela Pineda, and developed by Christopher Yost. Critics say, maybe next time, Space Cowboy. This live-action Bebop has a fun enough crew to spend time with, but it disappointingly replaces the soulfulness of the source material with kitsch.
Can I help you?
Yeah, you can kindly off. It's nothing personal, but your Mark's coming with me.
Look, I don't know what you're trying to pull, but I was here first. He's mine.
The boyfriend. I don't give about him. I'm after her. What?
One, if you don't get that gun off of me, I'm gonna make you eat it. And two, why the hell would anyone care about her? There's no bounty on her.
Oh, I care about her because Ellis Montgomery does. So pack up your bags, princess, because Daddy wants you home. No.
Wait.
No.
She's Katarina Montgomery?
She's Katarina Montgomery.
Please, help me. I can't go back there.
I know, but a whole lot of money says otherwise.
You don't know him. You don't know what he's like.
Everyone knows your dad. Rich, powerful, total dick. Get over it and move.
Walk away. Now.
I don't know if you've noticed, boy toy, but I'm the one. Hey!
Katarina!
Number 6, Money Heist Part 5. A criminal mastermind who goes by The Professor has a plan to pull off the biggest heist in recorded history, to print billions of euros in the Royal Mint of Spain. To help him carry out the ambitious plan, he recruits 8 people with certain abilities and who have nothing to lose. The group of thieves take hostages to aid in their negotiations with the authorities, who strategize to come up with a way to capture the Professor. And as more time elapses, the robbers prepare for a showdown with the police. Starring Pedro Alonso, Ursula Corbero, Alvaro Morte, and created by Alex Pina. Natalie Marcos of El País, Spain, says Money Heist had everything to lose. It has won again and by a landslide.
No hay lugar para debate, porque acá este grupo si le das para debatir todos sacan el arma. Y acá la saqué yo primero, no me que nos conocemos, ¿eh?
La policía podría estar ahora mismo por donde queremos sacar el oro.
La policía no está en el estanque de tormentas. El plan sigue su curso, ¿entendiste?
Si eso fuera así, estaríamos cometiendo el robo más estúpido del mundo. Fundir 90 toneladas de oro para dárselas a la policía.
Y la policía no está en el estanque de tormenta. Y el oro no nos vale de nada acá. ¿Lo entendés o no lo entendés, querida?
Tenemos el oro de rehén. Muy bien. Cogemos al rehén, se lo ofrecemos a Tamayo y a negociar. Ese es tu plan maestro. Tú eres el genio.
Sí, muchachito, soy un genio. Y tengo una maquinaria ahí abajo que lo va a demostrar. Quédate tranquilo.
Y eso es lo único que te importa. Demostrar que tu maravilloso plan funciona.
Sí, pero también salvarles la vida a ustedes. Y eso lo vamos a lograr sacándolo de acá.
Number 5, You, Season 3. What would you do for love? For a brilliant male bookstore manager who crosses paths with an aspiring female writer, this question is put to the test. A charming yet awkward crush becomes something even more sinister when the writer becomes the manager's obsession. Using social media and the internet, he uses every tool at his disposal to become close to her, even going so far as to remove any obstacle, including people, that stands in his way of getting to her. Starring Penn Badgley, Victoria Pedretti, Saffron Burrows, and created by Greg Berlanti and Sarah Gamble. Critics say You takes its thrilling saga to the suburbs with superb results, made all the more delicious by Penn Badgley and Victoria Pedretti's committed performances.
Hey, Sherry. I don't know what you think you heard. We're...
There you go. It's gonna end badly for love, too. Sherry knows Krav Maga. Go to sleep, buddy.
Number 4, Midnight Mass. The arrival of a charismatic priest brings miracles, mysteries, and renewed religious fervor to a dying town. Starring Zach Gilford, Kate Siegel, Hamish Linklater, and created by Mike Flanagan. Critics say an ambitious meditation on grief and faith that is as gorgeous as it is unsettling, Midnight Mass's slow boil is a triumph of terror that will leave viewers shaking and thinking long after the credits roll.
After the towers, Muslim officers were promoted fast, especially if we knew the language, like linguistic knowledge, cultural knowledge. I mean, we were very desirable for that. But it started to occur to them, with so many of us on the force elevated to positions of real authority, what if that had been our plan all along? What if we were interlopers? What if we were infiltrators? What if we were double agents and they f***ing panicked? Internal affairs was suddenly all over us. We're being followed, we're being recorded. Civilians too, surveilled at mosques, cafes. And suddenly I'm out of plain clothes and I'm back in uniform. Night shift, street beat. And more, I realize I've lost their trust.
Number 3, The Witcher Season 2. The Witcher Geralt, a mutated monster hunter, struggles to find his place in a world in which people often prove more wicked than beasts. Starring Henry Cavill, Anya Chalotra, Freya Allen, and created by Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich. Critics say The Witcher's second season expands on its first in all the best ways, and most importantly, it remains a whole lot of fun.
Nice scar, head.
5.
Unfortunately, yes.
Take theory. I'll find you afterwards.
Come on. There's no way out. Geralt's ever known. Right. It's complicated.
Number 2, Arcane League of Legends. The origins of two iconic League champions set in the utopian Piltover and the oppressed underground of Zon. Starring Haley Steinfeld, Katie Lung, Kevin Alejandro, and created by Alex Yee and Christian Link. Critics say Arcane makes an arresting first impression, combining a spectacular mix of 2D and 3D animation with an emotionally compelling story to deliver a video game adaptation that could become legendary. And before we reveal number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Masters of the Universe Revelation. The war for Eternia begins again in what may be the final battle between He-Man and Skeletor. Starring Chris Wood, Mark Hamill, Lena Headey, and created by Kevin Smith. Critics say, armed with an incredible voice cast, Revelation smartly updates Masters of the Universe while retaining the quirky charms of the original to create a show that's bound to please fans and newcomers alike.
I look forward to our next tussle, but I won't hold my breath. The ship a nice granite.
Thanks to Man-at-Arms, you're all wet, Skeletor.
Sweet Tooth. On a perilous adventure in a post-apocalyptic world, a boy who's half human and half deer searches for a new beginning with a gruff protector. Starring Christian Convery, Nonso Anozie, Adil Akhtar, and developed by Jim Michael. Critics say emotionally engaging, superbly acted, and incredibly entertaining. Sweet Tooth will satisfy fantasy fans of all ages.
Don't he look bigger than the others? Yeah, older too. You thinking what I'm thinking?
We take it to the lab?
No. We bring him east. This one's too special.
Let me go!
Oh, you hear that?
He talked.
I got you. We can share, huh? Hey! No.
Okay, hey!
It's yours.
Maid. Single mother Alex turns to house cleaning to make ends meet as she escapes an abusive relationship and overcomes homelessness to create a better life for her daughter, Maddie. Starring Margaret Qualley, Nick Robinson, Anika Nonai Rose, and created by Molly Smith Metzler. Critics say Maid takes great care with its sensitive subject matter to craft a drama that is not always easy to watch but undeniably powerful, grounded by an outstanding performance by Margaret Qualley.
So, you on parole? No. Got any priors? No. Don't lie, I'm gonna check. You got a problem with background check? No. We paid that. No exceptions. Bump you up 50 cents once the background check clears and you go full time.
Full time, great.
Yes, but full time ain't a 40-hour week. Company policy is you can't work more than 6 hours a day. Breaks my heart, it really does, but I can't be paying benefits. So it's capped. 6 hours a day max.
Okay.
And tourist season's over, so I really only have one shift open. It's a weekly 3-hour clean over on Fisher Island.
One shift. Okay.
So uniforms, $25. Comes out of your first check.
And finally, number 1, Squid Game. Hundreds of cash-strapped contestants accept an invitation to compete in children's games for a tempting prize, but the stakes are deadly. Starring Lee Jung-jae, Park Hae-soo, Oh Young-soo, and created by Hwang Dong-hyuk. Critics say Squid Game's unflinching brutality is not for the faint of heart, but sharp social commentary and a surprisingly tender core will keep viewers glued to the screen, even if it's while watching between their fingers.
내가 시도하면 딱 3발만 앞으로 가는 거야.
앞으로 가라고? 미쳤어!
저쪽은 넘어뜨려야 돼.
하지 마!
해봅시다.
안 돼! 나 못해!
못하면 죽어. 재생하는 거야. 하나, 둘, 셋.
Well, friends, that about does it for us. Be sure to stay tuned to the Rotten Tomatoes channel for more of the entertainment content that you love. And until next time, I'm your host, Naz Perez, and we'll see you back here for more top 10s on the Rotten Tomatoes Countdown.